Specified illness cover, sometimes referred to as serious illness cover, is an insurance policy which allows you to insure yourself for an amount of money which will be paid to you upon diagnosis of a specified illness. The reason people take this type of insurance is there's a recognition that a fund of money is going to assist you adjusting to and recovering from your new diagnosis. There's a comprehensive list of illnesses that are covered from each insurance company. Some of the main claims are made up of cancer, heart attack and stroke. While everyone's condition will vary, what they all have in common is their life will have altered in the biggest way. And having a fund of money to aid with this change in your life and recovery is all important. By having this lump sum of money paid to you on diagnosis, it gives each person the autonomy to decide how best to use their money for their needs. To speak to how I used this fund of money throughout my own recovery, first, being sick comes at a cost. You've got regular visits to and from hospital, new medication, dietary requirements, just lifestyle well-being. So having this additional money to help with these new costs is a really big help. Second, it's not uncommon when people get diagnosed with such illnesses that they need to make changes or alterations to their home or the way they travel. For me, I was sick throughout COVID with restrictions on people being able to visit your house. We used the money to kind of create a space outdoors where people could kind of come and visit, and it was safe for me to be outside. I think back on my recovery, I think this was one of the more important things, just in well-being, to be able to kind of see and visit people again was just so important to us. Linking into that, the third thing, throughout your recovery, I think your well-being and your kind of mental health is so important. And we decided to use our money throughout recovery to do some of life's nice to have. So when we look back on this time throughout recovery, it wasn't just all hospital visits and sickness. We were going to try sprinkle in as much kind of nice to do's like holidays and trips away. We got as much relief from kind of sitting down and planning these things. It was almost an escape from the reality. And then ultimately when I was recovered and better, we had some great times. In fact, some of the best times I've ever had have been kind of throughout my recovery. The last thing I used our money for is I think there's a perception that when you recover from an illness like this, life just returns back to the way it was before. But it's rarely the case for people. It's not a time where you're sick and you're better and life as is. There's normally a re-entry back into life pre or post illness. For me, the thoughts of going back to the kind of life or work I had before just didn't suit. So we used the money to set up the company that we're working in now with a view of helping people, but that aligned with our needs better, that I could be at home more, I could work when suited. And that was my re-entry into work. That'll be different for everybody. While money won't heal you, it makes such a positive impact on your recovery. And while the hope would always be that something like this won't happen to you, you can take comfort in the knowledge that if it does, you'll have a recuperation fund that will assist through your illness and recovery.